What's up, YouTube? Tim Moose here. Now, going on in Las Vegas now is CinemaCon, which is pretty much like it's pretty much a big trade show, if you will, where big studios unveil their upcoming big film direct releases, and it's pretty much to showcase the their distributors and stuff like that. Well, yesterday Sony was having their presentation, and they, of course, at CinemaCon, they revealed tons of stuff. One of which I made a separate video for. It was officially announced that Craven the Hunter would mark the first R-rated Marvel Sony film. Where, of course, Aaron Taylor Johnson came out on stage saying, "F yes is rated R." There was also a pre-tape teaser for the film before Sony showed the first trailer for the profound with bloody action. Craven wouldn't be the first superhero flick to hit theaters in the last decade. Of course, we did got stuff like Logan, Deadpool, Watchmen, The Suicide Squad, and all. But this will be pretty much Sony's first foray into pretty much Sony's first R-rated Spider-Man based film. So that's something right there. Sony currently owns the film rights to Spider-Man and his cavalcade of villains, and has found success in alternate universe productions that fall outside Disney's MCU here. Now, they sadly didn't really show anything or mention anything about Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, but we already know that's coming. Also at CinemaCon, the studio did share an extended look at the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, where on stage, both Shamik Moore, as well as the film's director and Haley Steinfeld, came out on stage. She presented, and in the extended trailer, in which Miles Morales reunites with Gwen Stacy after becoming Brooklyn's full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he capitulated into the multiverse, where he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting it. When the heroes clash on how to handle a new threat, Miles finds himself pitted against other spiders. Sony showed 14 minutes of the film, which is due out on June 2nd, to CinemaCon audiences who laughed and cheered for the uniquely animated feature. Josh Greenstein, president of Sony Picture Motion Picture Group, teased that the company would release 23 movies in 2023 after being introduced via video by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, who are currently filming Bad Boys 4, which obviously they're not showing pretty much anything for because they're shooting the thing. So there's that. But despite the whole Will Smith situation, I'm still interested in Bad Boys 4 because I really quite like the Bad Boys, the first three films. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe this will be a bit of a comeback for Will Smith. Who knows? All right. Sony also showed the opening clip of Dumb Money, a film by I, Tonya director Craig Gillespie, about how an everyday investor played by Paul Dano flipped the script on Wall Street, placing all his savings into GameStop in 2021. The film, due out October, also stars Shailene Woodley, Seth Rogen, Pete Davidson, America Ferrera, Anthony Ramos, Vincent D'Onofrio, Dane DeHaan, and Nick Offerman. It also followed new trailers for the likes of Insidious: The Red Door, due out July, The Machine coming in May, as well as Gran Turismo hitting in August. Now, the plot for Gran Turismo sounds awesome. Let me put look the full. Now, instead of the film being based on the actual game itself, the film is, of course, directed by Neil Blomkamp, and the film is about a Gran Turismo player whose gaming skills won a series of Nissan-sponsored video game competition to become an actual professional race car driver. Now, the likes of David Harbour and Orlando Bloom were actually on stage to present the trailer. Other cast members also includes Archie Metawaki, along with Darren Barnett from Never Have I Ever fame, John Hansoon. You also have Ginger Spice herself is in this. So you have some interesting cast members. That, of course, hits theaters on August 11th, 2023. I'm predicting we'll see a trailer for this when Fast X comes out. I won't be shocked if we don't, but we'll see. Anyway, now, of course, they did drop the trailer for the Denzel Equalizer 3, which I just talked about here. And of course, they actually had like Denzel Washington on stage, Dakota Fanning, and they even showcased like Denzel's filmography. Which, come on, he has a great filmography. Like Denzel is really one of those actors who has not really, who's actually done more good films than bad films. You know, I can only think maybe a few bad films that he's done, but Denzel has some terrific films under his belt. Anyway, Sony also showcased a clip for the Jennifer Lawrence upcoming R-rated drama No Hard Feelings, two of Wretched Supplies. It also teased a R-rated comedy called Anyone But You, starring Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, which now that is also being directed by Easy A director Will Gluck. I'm actually interested in this. I mean, come on, it's an R-rated romantic comedy. One more key guys for there. You got Sydney Sweeney, who I love on Euphoria. You got Glenn Powell, who's great in Top Gun Maverick. Now, no release date has been set, but my assumption that the movie. Here's my prediction. I'm calling it out. This film ain't. What's it called again? Anyone But You. I'm predicting this now. Is going to get released in February, while Sony will be moving up its upcoming Madam Web. Because for one, they did not showcase anything from Madam Web. They did not talk about nothing. So, yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Madam Web's going to get pushed back, but we'll see. Anyway, now they also did showcase, pretty much talk about the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, which looks like Paul Rudd and even Carrie Coon are actually going to be in Ghostbuster suits. They also that of course comes out in December. I mean, really interesting because at the presentation, Jason Reitman, who's not the director of the sequel, but he did direct the last one, and of course his father directed the first two films. The last time Jason Reitman was actually on stage at CinemaCon was with his pops Ivan Reitman when they of course had a screening of Ghostbusters Afterlife, which R.I.P. Ivan Reitman. I mean, such a legend right there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this new Ghostbusters sequel is going to be. I'm still thinking they're going to delay it, but we'll see. All right. And last but not least, they close out the presentation by revealing Apple and Sony's upcoming film, Napoleon, which had a standing ovation right here, and received thunderous applause. I mean, of course, this movie is going to Apple, but Sony is planning to do a full theatrical release of it before it hits Apple. So I think that's great right there. So yeah, I cannot wait for Napoleon. I think it sounds interesting. You got Joaquin Phoenix is in this, so hopefully this could be something really good. Who knows? But that aside, yeah, some really interesting presentations. I mean, did not really showcase anything else. Like there was not really any talks about Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, which is filming, so I guess not really anything to show. Sony also has another movie called The Book of Clarence, which obviously for some reason they did not showcase anything from that, so that's a little shock right there. So yeah, I can say that they didn't have to show everything here, but yeah, it's pretty cool that they did showcase some pretty cool stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, Sony, like I said, literally said they have about 23 films coming out this year. Whew. And obviously, I'm pretty sure majority of them also includes films from some of the classics, TriStar and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a really cool year for Sony. And anyway, let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on this CinemaCon Sony Picture presentation? Which of the stuff that was announced here are you excited for? What other Sony movies are you so excited for that was not showcased here? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Him signing out.